The Westwood One Radio Network, Kirk Cousins has agreed to a 4-year, $180 million contract with the Falcons, according to NFL Network insider Tom Pelissero. Cousins' deal includes a $50 million signing bonus and $90 million guaranteed over the next 2 seasons, with an additional $10 million guaranteed in 2026 for a whopping $100 million total in guarantees. Saquon Barkley's time with the New York Giants is coming to an end. The running back expected to sign with the rival Philadelphia Eagles, per NFL Network insiders Ian Rappaport, Tom Pelissero, and Mike Carroll. Barkley's deal will be for 3 years and $37.75 million. Rappaport and Garofolo also have the Giants acquiring pass rusher Brian Burns from the Panthers. New York gives Burns a new 5-year deal worth a maximum of $150 million with $87.5 million guaranteed. Carolina, using their franchise tag on Burns last week, will receive 2nd and 5th round selections in the deal. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, and the ones who get in early so everyone can go home on time, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts so you can quickly and easily find what you need. Plus, you can count on access to a committed team ready to go the extra mile for you. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
We are the Imperial Valleys, AM 1230 KXO El Centro, California, serving the Lithium Valley. It is a Tuesday, 12th day of March, 2024. I'm Carroll. In the newsroom, it's Gene. Good morning, Gene.
Good morning, Carroll.
Another beautiful day.
One after another.
I suppose.
Yes.
Okay. So did you get your Girl Scout cookies this year?
I haven't yet.
Oh, well, the sales are over.
Are they really? Well,
yes.
Then I guess I didn't.
Okay. Well, we have some extras. Maybe I'll bring some into the office. Gabe is not here today, which means other people will get to sample the cookies.
Well, Gabe, I think, will be back today.
He'll be back tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yes.
He miscalculated that then.
Well, Gabe in numbers, if he's got to take off his shoes, we're in trouble.
Yeah, he gets enamored with what his big toe looks like.
Yes.
Look at it right there, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Still adjusting to daylight saving time. I'm not sure if I will, but
it's
anyway.
The one that takes the longest in my book. I don't know why, but it
is. It's just one of those things. The voters have said, do away with it. And Sacramento says, we're going to keep it.
Yeah, we haven't figured why, but it must have something to do with money.
I would guarantee it has something to do with money if Sacramento or Washington are involved, right?
That's right.
Okay.
May not involve any work, but money.
Yes. Okay. We've got birthdays to celebrate today. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Actor Barbara Feldon on Get Smart. Remember her?
I do.
91 years old today. Liza Minnelli, 78. Singer-songwriter James Taylor, 76. Actor John Provost, he was Timmy on the Lassie TV show. He's 74.
Yeah, I wonder, did he do anything else at all?
I think he went into producing and directing.
Okay, well, when you're slapping the dog around.
Yes. Yeah. What is it, Lassie? What is it? Timmy's in the well? Okay, Lassie, thank you. What people don't realize, collies are beautiful dogs, but they tend to be very nippy. They bite pretty quick.
Oh, I thought you were trying to tell us they like to drink.
That too. Well, let's see. Steve Harris of Iron Maiden, 68. Actor Leslie Manville is 68. Marlon Jackson, one of the Jackson 5, 67. Actor Jerry Levine is 67. Actor Jason Begay, 64. Actor Courtney B. Vance, 64. Actor Titus Welliver, 62. Actor Julie Campbell, 61. Actor Jake Weber, 61. Actor Reese Coro is 45. Actor Sam Levine, 42. Actor Jamie Alexander, 40. Actor Tyler Patrick Jones, 30. Actor Kendall Applegate, 25. Local birthdays, got them coming up.
From coast to coast, this is Goddard's Gold, right here on the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO.
What's your name? Who's your daddy?
Get the gold, Goddard's Gold, Saturday 9 p.m. to midnight and Sunday morning 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
We have happy birthday wishes today to Ruben Pinuelos and Scarlett Pinuelos, Alejandro Weil, Gerardo Mercado, Angelica Contreras, Antonio Herrera, Brooklyn Edney, C.J. Cameron Campbell, Yaya Carbajal, Claudia Ramos, Erica Garcia, Gabriel Ruiz, Ida Valdez, Linda Wood, Miriam Ramirez, Natalia Platero, Oscar Garcia, Sylvia Gutierrez, Tina Carroll, and happy birthday, Ms. Carrillo, Allison Carrillo. Happy birthday from KXO. And Allison teaches at Brawley High School. And I want to just say hi to a new friend, Christopher, or CR. And hey, Christopher, thanks for tuning in.
Where is Christopher located?
He's in El Centro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, let's see. The FDA has granted breakthrough therapy status of an LSD drug to treat anxiety. Common effects of the drug are hallucinations, euphoric mood, and nausea. Hey, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, right?
That's right.
Yeah, okay. And I don't know, did you watch the Oscars?
No, I did not.
Well, the Oscars and the red carpet was packed with movie stars decked out in high fashion for the Academy Awards Sunday night. And Will Smith was the most comfortably dressed of all, at home, sitting in his PJs. Okay.
Are we supposed to get excited, or?
Well, after last year, Will is not attending any Academy Award ceremonies in his lifetime.
They've asked him not to attend.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Okay, we've got news. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, we're going to start off with a look at World and California news headlines, brought to you this morning by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991.
CBS News Special Report.
Welcome, everyone, to today's hearing on the report of Special Counsel Robert Hur.
Lawmakers on Capitol Hill set to question Hur on findings into President Biden's handling of classified documents and memory lapses. House Judiciary Committee Chair Jim Jordan.
Joe Biden broke the law. But because he's a forgetful old man who would appear sympathetic to a jury, Mr. Hur chose not to bring charges.
The committee played back video excerpts from the 81-year-old president's news conference after Hur's report was released last month, ranking Democrat Gerald Nadler.
President Biden acted responsibly, cooperated completely, and the decision to decline criminal charges was relatively straightforward. In short, to borrow a phrase from the last administration, the Hur report represents the complete and total exoneration of President Biden.
Nadler then playing excerpts of 77-year-old Donald Trump and his own memory lapses. Hur up next. CBS News Special Report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
This is Sarah Griffin with the Imperial Valley Food Bank. Food has the power to fuel communities, especially for those struggling to find their next meal. As the main distribution center of donated food in Imperial County, we store, rescue, and purchase food in bulk to serve 25,000 people each month at over 30 locations. Join the fight against hunger and food insecurity in the Imperial Valley by donating online today at www.ivfoodbank.org.
California headline news: a suspect arrested in San Diego in connection with the murders in Massachusetts of a woman and her 11-year-old daughter killed while sitting in their car. Bijan Balvanus' arrest bittersweet, says Worcester Public Safety Chair Kathleen Toomey.
I think it's incredibly important now that we pray for the family so that they are able to have some closure, some peace, and some healing.
A second suspect arrested the day after the shooting occurred. For the second year in a row, more people removed from the armed and prohibited person system than added. State Attorney General Bob Bonta says enforcement of the program, targeting those who have firearms illegally, is dangerous.
Knocking on doors of folks who could harm people in our community and preventing that from happening before it can. So, and it's work that is a grind. It takes time.
People in the database include those who've been convicted of a felony or violent misdemeanor or suffer from serious mental illness. Anaheim Planning Commission votes to approve a $1.9 billion Disneyland expansion project known as Disneyland Forward. Jeff Scott, California News.
World and California News headlines presented by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991. Become a hunger warrior. Contact the Imperial Valley Food Bank.
Are you stressing about your IRS tax problems? Have you received notices from the IRS threatening to garnish your wages, levy your bank accounts, or seize your property? You need an ally. Allies Tax Relief has tax attorneys and enrolled agents that are ready to fight for you. They have saved millions for taxpayers just like you. Allies Tax Relief can help put a stop to IRS collections and, most importantly, negotiate your tax debt. Here's Brenda, a happy client of Allies Tax Relief.
I owed the IRS around $57,000, and they're about to start garnishing my paychecks. I heard a commercial on the radio about Allies Tax Relief, so I thought I'd give them a call. After a day, they were able to at least stop the garnishments, and after a few months of negotiations, I walked away owing the IRS only $301.
If you owe the IRS, call Allies Tax Relief right now for your free consultation. Call 800-230-5174. 800-230-5174. That's 800-230-5174.
And it's page one of the local news. Page one is service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have 3 locations to serve you. At El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center, and at the Imperial Valley Mall. Gene, IID working to restore power is still 114 customers without power. 642 IID customers had power restored a little bit earlier. A traffic accident earlier this morning took out power in neighborhoods on East Hyle, East Brighton, and East Hamilton in the city of El Centro.
And in other local news this morning, another update on the election returns. Here's more on that.
Another update has been released with results from the March 5th presidential primary election. According to the Imperial County Elections Department, 15,018 ballots have been counted as of Monday afternoon. No significant changes have been seen. In the race for Imperial County Board of Supervisors, District 1, Martha Cardenas-Singh has 1,572 votes, 45.24% of the ballots counted. Diana Garcia Ruiz has 1,024 votes for second place. Ashley Bertucci has 879 votes. Board of Supervisors District 3 shows Margarita Peguia Price with 1,625 votes and Felipe Irigoyen with 1,287. Board of Supervisors District 4 has incumbent Ryan Kelly with over 57% of the vote, easily outdistancing 4 challengers. Imperial Irrigation District Division 4 shows Javier Gonzalez with 763 votes, Luis Pacheco with 640, June Kim 540 votes, Rodolfo Valdez 277, and Michael Anthony Jeffers with 133. Judge Christopher Plourde has 9,365 votes, and Francisco Amador 4,894. District-wide, in the 36th State Assembly race, Jeff Gonzalez has 17,242 votes, Jose Joey Acuna 9,834, Edgar Garcia with 6,776. Dr. Raul Ruiz leads the House of Representatives, District 25, with 40,000. That's 40,094 votes. And Ian Weeks follows with 16,997. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And an Imperial Irrigation District body was found in a canal. Here's more information on that story. It was discovered late last week in the All-American Canal. The Imperial Irrigation District employees notified the sheriff's office. The body had been seen floating in the canal by Roach Trucking and the outlets. U.S. Border Patrol agents and the sheriff's dive team arrived on scene to extract the body. The county coroner's office is investigating the incident. KXO News Time 7:43.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers have the best price on name brand tires guaranteed. Now we're talking Michelin, Pirelli, Dunlop, Bridgestone, Continental, and more. See a Quick Lane service advisor and get the best price guaranteed. Remember, Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and they're conveniently located in the Brawley Auto Center, at the Imperial Valley Mall, at Old Central Motors, and their new mobile service van comes to you with no added charge.
Continuing with more local news, County Board of Supervisors, it's Tuesday, and that means they meet today. Here's more on that story.
It is their regular weekly meeting. Open session. It begins with the recognition of the Imperial Valley College women's basketball team for a remarkable season and for obtaining second place in the Pacific Coast Athletic Conference. Air Pollution Control Officer Belen Lopez will introduce Air Justice, Imperial County Air Pollution Control mascot, to the County Board of Supervisors. Captain of the new captain for the California Highway Patrol El Centro sector will also be introduced to the board. The board will be discussing an agreement for construction services with Bender Rosenthal Incorporated for right-of-way appraisal and acquisition services for Verde School Road Bridge over the East Highline Canal in Imperial County. And the board will discuss calling for a special election imposing supervisorial term limits to be added to Title II of the codified ordinances of Imperial County. The issue is being requested by District 1 Supervisor Jesus Eduardo Escobar and Chairman of the Board, Luis Blancarte, Supervisor for District 2. Public hearing will also be held today to discuss the requirements of the Tax and Equity Fiscal Responsibility Act and the Internal Revenue Code of 1986 as amended. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
That concludes this edition of Local News. Stay with us for Page 2.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have 3 locations in the valley. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
KXO AM 1230 will bring you the best college basketball around.
Goaltending called a Marrera. They say count it for 3 to give UCLA the lead.
The 2024 NCAA Men's Basketball Championship Tournament. There'll be 22 games as we take you all the way to the Final Four and the championship game.
Back to Hunter for 3.
The NCAA Basketball Tournament is brought to you by
H&R Block.
Local news, Page 2, and weather, brought to you by Burgers and Beer, serving the best burgers in town. They have daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, and of course, happy hour 3 till 6 p.m. every day.
And continuing with more local news, there is a IID special meeting today. Here's more on that story.
The agenda says the meeting will consist of a governance workshop presented by Leading Resources Incorporated. IID board has expressed interest in developing governance process and are expected to hear a proposed assessment of the IID's governance policies and processes to implement adopted improvements. The meeting will be called to order at 1:30 this afternoon at the Condon Auditorium on Broadway in El Centro. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Continuing with more local news, a vehicle crashes into the East Highline Canal. Here's more on that story. It happened on Sunday night. The vehicle inexplicably drove into the canal south of Highway 78, about 13 miles east of Brawley. A man called the sheriff's office Sunday night. He said he was in the SUV with a female driver. He was able to get out of the vehicle as it was submerged in the canal. He said he dove into the canal to try to rescue the woman, but he couldn't get her out of the vehicle. Sheriff's deputies arrived at the scene, located the vehicle about 100 yards south of Omar Lateral. They said 2 tires were seen above the water line along the east bank of the canal. A diver with the IID went into the canal. They said the woman was confirmed deceased at 1:52 p.m. Monday morning. Actually, that'd be a.m. The California Highway Patrol and the AMR ambulance also responded to this scene. The woman's body was recovered later in the morning. The incident remains under investigation. And the Calipatria City Council. Everybody's having meetings, including the Calipatria City Council. Here's more on that story.
There is a limited agenda on tap. Council members will consider a resolution approving the job description for an accounting assistant, a resolution approving a lease agreement between the city and Jose Luis Correa for farm ground at the city wastewater treatment plant. And the meeting starts at 5:30 this evening in the Calipatria City Hall. For more information on these and other local news stories, go to the KXO website. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
We'll be back with a look at the weather.
Did you know that Burgers and Beer has happy hour every day from 3 to 6? With specials on select appetizers, beer specials, and more. Ask about drink specials all day with $5 drinks like Margarita Monday, Tonic Tuesday, Wind Down Wednesday, and Thirsty Thursday. Our weekday lunch specials include a soft drink from only $8 to $11. With tons of TVs, we've got you covered for any sport you want to watch. Burgers and Beer with 5 locations, proudly serving you, your family, and friends since 1985. Burgers and Beer for the best burger in town.
Here's Carroll Buckley with a weather update.
According to the National Weather Service, dry and tranquil conditions with near to slightly above normal temperatures will continue through this week. Breezy to windy conditions will develop midweek as a weather system approaches from the north. In addition to an increased chance of breeziness, the weather system will cool temperatures off to several degrees below normal for the end of the week. 79 the high in the valley yesterday, 54 the overnight low. Sunny today with a high near 80. It'll be breezy with a west wind 10 to 15, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 57. West winds 10 to 15 with gusts as high as 25 miles an hour. Partly sunny on Wednesday, then gradually becoming sunny. Look for a high near 81. West wind about 10 miles an hour. And right now, 58 degrees, 55% relative humidity, wind out of the west-northwest, 5 to 10 miles an hour. Local news, page 2, and the weather brought to you by Burgers and Beer, the place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bring the family, meet your friends at Burgers and Beer. The Peanut Patch invites you to stop by and enjoy the Peanut Patch in Yuma. They've got a great variety of gift packs, and they can ship them almost anywhere in the known universe. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. They carry homemade chocolates in either bark or cluster forms. They make their own fresh English toffee. Pecan turtles made from a special recipe. And you'll love their yogurt-covered peanuts, raisins, and almonds. Of course, the Peanut Patch is there for you. Easter isn't that far away. So take a trip to the Peanut Patch and pick up special treats for Easter. The Peanut Patch in Yuma also offers tours. So get on board and tour the Peanut Patch. You're going to love what you see. You're going to love the homemade chocolates. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. Google the Peanut Patch. Bring up their website. You'll get directions and you'll see some of the great treats available at the Peanut Patch. It's Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. NBA action. The Pistons beat up on the Hornets, 114-97. Suns topped the Cavaliers, 117-111. Mavericks blew up the Bulls, 127-92. Warriors whipped the Spurs, 112-102. Nuggets over the Raptors, 125-119. And the Celtics, 121, Trailblazers 99.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
And in Major League Baseball, Cactus League, it was the Guardians over the Dodgers, 5-1. Giants beat the Royals, 12-9. It was the Athletics nipping the Diamondbacks, 6-5. Rangers ran past the Angels, 15-5. And the Padres beat up on the Mariners, 13-3. Elsewhere, Luca Nardi used a combination of poise and power to stun his boyhood idol and top-seeded Novak Djokovic 6-4, 3-6-3 last night in the third round of the BNP Paribas Open underway in Indian Wells. That's it for Sports Time. Brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers.
If you think figuring out your taxes was difficult last year, wait till you look at this year's. KXO and CBS Radio Network can help you navigate the treacherous waters of tax preparation with Tax Tips 2024. Certified financial planner Jill Schlesinger will offer tax tips 4 times a day on KXO AM 1230. Tax Tips 2024 brought to you by H&R Block.
And right now, it's a look at financial news, a brief look at the weather, all brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company, and by Southwest Postal Service, the only postal box service offering 24-hour-a-day, 365-day-a-year service. Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil in El Centro. Well, gas prices have climbed in recent months due in part to higher demand and a switch to a more expensive summer blend. On a monthly basis, the CPI rose by 0.4% in February, the fastest pace since September of last year. Stocks rose yesterday as investors cheered the cool down in some categories of inflation, and pushing inflation higher in February was a sharp climb in gas prices and the continued steady rise in shelter costs. Stella Artois, the nearly century-old brew, isn't immune to the difficulties facing beer sales. So it's drafting one of the world's most recognizable personalities to help the lager return to its former glory. Yes, they're bringing in David Beckham. It makes sense they might want to turn to an international superstar to try and give some new life to a beer that positions itself as a quasi-lifestyle brand from Europe, even though it's brewed in the U.S., according to Ryan Roth, an analyst for Feel Goods Company and editor of the alcohol beverage newsletter Sightlines. So, what's going on in the market? Well, taking a look at the big board right now, we see a lot of green. The Dow up 266 points at 39,035. The S&P 500 up 51 points at 5168. The NASDAQ up 203 points at 16,222. Meanwhile, gold has dropped $20.50 an ounce, and oil up 34 cents a barrel. And, the market, expecting the CPI data and very happy with it at this point.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in Imperial and Coachella Valleys. Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been in the private security business for over 25 years and have always made it my mission to always provide my clients with the highest quality security services available. Your satisfaction is my number one priority. And don't forget Southwest Postal, the only postal center in Imperial Valley with 24/7, 365 access to your post office box. Access when you need it. Located on the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
We will have sunny skies today with a high near 80. West winds 10 to 15, gusting as high as 20 miles an hour. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 57. West winds 10 to 15 miles an hour with gusts as high as 25 miles an hour. Partly sunny on Wednesday, then gradually becoming sunny. A high near 81. West wind about 10 miles an hour, then turning out of the south. And right now, downtown El Centro, we have 59 degrees, 54% relative humidity. Wind out of the west-northwest, 5 to 10 miles an hour. An update, IID crews working to restore power to 114 customers. The power outage earlier affected nearly 800 customers. Areas affected in El Centro: East Hyle, East Brighton, and East Hamilton. The power outage caused by a traffic accident. Financial news and weather brought to you by Southwest Security and Southwest Postal. Southwest Security, a locally owned company that protects you, your home, your business 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.